This is the second part of Tradesman-Electronics KeralaPSC of previous year questions and detailed solution of category number 527 by 2015. The exam held in 3/11/2016. Up to question number 16 we discussed in the last video. Question number 17. IGBT stands for. Answer is option D, insulated gate bipolar transistor. What is an IGBT? IGBT is a three-terminal power semiconductor device primarily forming and switch. It was developed to combine high efficiency with a fast switching. It consists of four alternating layers that are controlled by a metal oxide semiconductor gate structure. IGBT has been developed by combining the best qualities of both BJT and power MOSFET. Characteristics of IGBT: high input impedance, low on-state power loss, free from second breakdown problem. Advantages of IGBT: lower gate driver requirements, lower switching losses, less size and cost, high efficiency. This is a symbol of IGBT, the simplified equivalent circuit. Applications of IGBT: UPS system, DC and AC motor drives, power supplies and drivers for solenoid and relays. Question number 18. IC 7912 is. Answer is option C, negative voltage regulator for 12 volt. 7912 is a negative voltage regulator. In name, 79 indicates negative and the term 12 means that the IC will regulate a negative 12 volt. Examples for other negative voltage regulators are 7905, which is a regulate minus 5 volt, and 7912 we already sees that it's a minus 12 volt regulator. 7915, 7918, etc. 78XX series ICs are positive voltage regulators. 78 indicate it is positive voltage regulator. XX corresponds to a 2-digit number and represents the amount or magnitude of voltage that voltage regulator IC produces. Question number 19. In online UPS, the battery is connected. Answer is option A, all the time to the inverter. In an online UPS, the batteries are always connected to the inverter, so it does not necessary to have a power transfer switch. When a loss of power occurs, the rectifier just drops out of the circuit and the batteries keep the flow of power steady and unchanged. Online UPS are often called double conversion types because incoming power is converted once to DC for the battery and then back to AC before reaching the load. Which is therefore well insulated from the mains. Additionally, there is no power interruption if the battery is called upon to take over from the mains. Online UPS usually is designed to run even without battery. Offline UPS, also referred as VFD, voltage and frequency dependent, or standby UPS, offer the most basic level of power protection. When the main supply fails or fluctuates outside of the UPS operating window, a relay connects the load to the inverter output, resulting in a 4 to 8 millisecond transfer time. The energy storage components, battery charger, battery and inverter are offline as far as load is concerned, although the charger and battery still remain connected to the mains power in order to ensure the battery is always fully charged. Question number 20. The program counter in 8085 microprocessor is of dash bit, 16 bit. Option B is the correct answer. A program counter is a special purpose register that stores the address of the next instruction that needs to be executed. Since the address bus consists of 16 lines in 8085, 16 bits are required to store any address. Thus, the program counter is 16 bit. When an opcode is being fetched, the program counter is incremented by 1 to point to the next memory location. Question number 21. Which of the following is a bidirectional device? Answer is option D, triac. A bidirectional device accommodates signals traveling either direction through a single channel. Telephone lines are by operational requirements bidirectional. Example of bidirectional elements such as resistors, inductors, capacitors, diac, and these components are used for current limiting, energy conversion, or energy storing purposes. Triac allows the current in both direction and thus it is bidirectional. This is a symbol of triac. A triac is equivalent to two SCRs joined together in parallel. It has two main terminals and one gate terminal. In triacs, there will be a single gate control conduction in both the direction. Triac available in high voltage ratings. Triac is a 5-layer device. We can see it from this figure. The structure. It contains MT1 main terminal 1, main terminal 2 and a gate. Question number 22. Henry is the unit of answer is option C inductance. Henry is the unit of electrical inductance in the international system of units. 1 Henry is equivalent to 1 kilogram meter squared per second squared per ampere squared. Element or quantity and its unit. The unit of capacitance is farad, unit of power is watts, unit of inductance is Henry, and unit of resistance is ohm. Question number 23. A half-adder circuit can add dash bits at a time. Answer is option A 2. Half-adder is a combinational logic circuit which adds two binary digits together, resulting in a sum and a carry. Half-adder is used in early of computer processor to add binary digits. Half-adder is used to realize full-adder circuits and used in calculators used to calculate addresses and tables. Half-adder is designed by connecting one AND gate and one XOR gate. A half-adder circuit consists of two input terminals, namely A and B. Both of these add two input digits, 1-bit numbers, and generate the output in the form of a carry and a sum. Thus, there are two output terminals. The output that one contains from the XOR gate is the sum of both the 1-bit numbers. Sum is A XOR B and carry is A dot B. This is a truth table of half-adder. Question number 24. Which of the following is a single input flip-flop? Answer is option B D. Flip-flop is an electronic device, or to be precise, a kind of memory component that can hold one bit of data. A flip-flop has two states, that is set and reset. Those states are represented with the binary values 0 and 1. The flip-flop remains in its current state until it receives a signal that switches it to opposite state. A clock or pulse signal may trigger the flip-flop to change state. We can construct a basic flip-flop using 4 NOR or 4 NAND gates. A flip-flop circuit has two outputs, one for the normal value and one for the complement value of the stored bit. The four types of flip-flops are latch or set reset, SR flip-flop, JK flip-flop, toggle flip-flop, and delay flip-flop. Out of 4, JK flip-flop is also called universal flip-flop because it can be configured to work as an SR flip-flop, T flip-flop, D flip-flop by small interconnection in the small change in the connection of JK flip-flop diagram. D flip-flop and T flip-flop are examples of one-input flip-flop. D flip-flop may be obtained from an SR flip-flop by just putting one inverter between S and R. Question number 25. Time constant of RC circuit is the time during which capacitor voltage rises to dash percentage of its final steady value. Answer is option C 63. The time constant is defined as the time in which the current reaches 63.2% of its steady state value. Time constant of RC circuit tau equal to RC seconds, where tau is the time constant, R is the resistance of the circuit, C is the capacitance of the circuit. Note: time constant of RL circuit is RL by R. Which of the following is an insulator? Answer is option A, ferrite. Materials that do not allow electricity to pass through them are called insulators. Examples are glass, wood, plastic, and rubber. Ferrites are insulators and therefore can be operated at a high frequency without eddy current damping. Semiconductors are materials which have a conductivity between conductors and non-conductors or insulators. Semiconductors can be pure elements such as silicon or germanium or compounds such as gallium arsenide or cadmium selenide. Conductors are the materials or substance which allow electricity to flow through. Antimony is a dash type of doping material. Answer is option D, pentavalent. Semiconductors are materials which have a conductivity between conductors and non-conductors or insulators. Semiconductors can be pure elements such as silicon or germanium or compounds such as gallium arsenide or cadmium selenide. Doping is the process of adding impurities to intrinsic semiconductor to alter their properties. Normally, trivalent or pentavalent elements are used to dope silicon and germanium. When an intrinsic semiconductor is doped with a trivalent impurity, it becomes p-type semiconductor. Trivalent impurities are third group elements of periodic table. In p-type semiconductor, majority carriers are holes and minority carriers are electrons. Examples, that is atoms with valency 3. That is indium, aluminium, gallium, boron. An acceptor is a dopant atom that when added to a semiconductor can form a p-type region. These atoms have less than 4 electrons in their outermost shell and hence they accept electrons from nearby atoms. When an intrinsic semiconductor is doped with a pentavalent impurity, it becomes a n-type semiconductor. Pentavalent impurities are fifth group elements of periodic table. In n-type semiconductor, majority carriers are electrons and minority carriers are holes. Example, atoms with valency 5, that is arsenic, phosphorus and antimony. Donor impurity means that the doping element has extra electron which it can donate. Question number 28. A dynamic microphone is a dash type transducer. Answer is option A, acoustical. A dynamic microphone is a microphone that uses magnetic field to generate an electric field. Sound waves in air like from your voice move a tiny metal coil suspended within the microphone. When metal moves within a magnetic field, it creates an electrical current and that current transmits the audio. There are two types of dynamic microphone, moving coil and ribbon microphone. Although slightly different, they both contain permanent magnets that allow them to work using electromagnetic induction. Advantages of dynamic microphone. Durable design, can withstand rough handling, requires no external power or batteries, handles high sound pressure levels effectively, more affordable than condenser microphones. Disadvantages of dynamic microphone. Limited frequency response compared to condensers, less sensitive to sound waves, heavier build, less convenient for travel. Question number 29. The function of NOT gate is to. Answer is option A, invert an input signal. Logic gate performs a specific logical function, processing one or more binary input to produce a single binary output. NOT gate is a single input and a single output gate, often called an inverter. The NOT gate is a logic function that reverses the binary input. This means a high output 1 results from a low input 0 and a output 0 is produced from a high input 1. This is a symbol of NOT gate and this is a truth table of NOT gate. For 0 input, output is 1 and for 1 input, output is 0. Note, OR gate is used to add 2 input signals. AND gate is used to multiply 2 input signals. NAND and NOR gates are universal gates. A universal gate is a gate which can implement any Boolean function without need to use any other gate types. In practice, this is advantageous since NAND and NOR gates are economical and easier to fabricate and are the basic gates used in the IC digital logic families. This is the symbol and truth table of AND or NAND and NOR gates. Question number 30. The channel width in PAL system is. Answer is option D, 7 MHz. Phase alternating line PAL is a Color encoding system for analog television. It was one of the major analog color TV standards, the others being NTSC and CCAM. PAL video is composite video because luminance and chrominance are transmitted together as one signal. The parameters of PAL-B. Number of acculines is 576. Channel width is 7 MHz. Video bandwidth is 5 MHz. Vision or sound carrier spacing is 5.5 MHz. Question number 31. Clamping circuits making use of adding a dash level into an AC signal. Answer is option B, DC. A clamper circuit is a circuit that consists of a diode and a resistor. Capacitor that consists of capacitor, diode and a resistor. Capacitor that shift waveform to a desired DC level without changing the actual appearance of the applied signal. In order to maintain the time period of the waveform, the time constant RC must be greater than half the time period. Depending upon the shifting, the clamper is divided into two. That is positive clipper and negative clipper. This is the figure and the waveform and circuit diagram of positive clipper, and this is the circuit diagram and waveform of negative clamper. Not clipper, it's clamper. Application: voltage doubler for modeling the existing waveforms to a required shape and range, used in test equipments and other sonar systems, commonly used in TV and video system to restore the DC level of the video signal. Last question of this video is 32. Which of the following statements is not related to Ohm's law? Answer is option D. Law is independent of temperature. Ohm's law is a formula used to calculate the relationship between voltage, current and resistance in an electrical circuit. Ohm's law states that the voltage across a conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through it, providing all physical conditions and temperature remains constant. R equal to V by I. Limitations of Ohm's law: non-applicability in unilateral networks, non-linear object, non-metallic conductors and complicated circuits. The application of Ohm's law: widely used in circuit analysis, used in ammeter, multimeter, etc. to design resistors. Advanced laws such as Kirchhoff's law, Norton's law, Thevenin's law are based on Ohm's law. Electric heaters, kettles and other type of equipments working on Ohm's law principle. Thank you.